Welcome back to the dyno room again, fellas. Today we're going to test the theory of bolting on a high performance CNC head, seeing if it creates or loses horsepower. But before we do that, we're going to take this revalve off and the window piston in it, because we just did another video bolting on stuff which it lost horsepower. It lost half of the horsepower just bolting this revalve on. And then it gained another 0.2 of a horsepower with the window piston. So we were still 3/4 horsepower shy of what it was making without those two. So anyways, what we're gonna do, we're gonna swap that back real quick. We're gonna put a Jake's high performance CNC head on it. A little less compression, or sorry, higher compression this will be. I believe this head's like a 5.5 or 6 cc. I do need to check that. And then versus a stock cc head. And we're gonna check the squash band on it, make sure everything's correct before we fire it up. We don't just literally bolt stuff on. We check clearance and stuff like that. Anyways, stay with us. We're gonna get this swapped out. Hope you enjoy our videos. Check us out on Facebook. It's at Mafia Motorized Bicycle Club. Alright guys, we got the head bolted on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna see if this sucker adds horsepower or loses horsepower. Now keep in mind, even if it does make or lose, these heads are very beneficial to a two-stroke engine, especially if you're beating on them, real hard, whatever. All this aluminum keeps this thing so much cooler than a stock head. See, a stock head is just this little piece of cast metal, and it is nothing compared to this brick house. Now they make two-stroke CNC heads for these motorized bicycles. They make with different compression. They got anything from 5 all the way to 8 cc. Now, the higher the cc is, the more top end and lower compression you have. If you're trying to get rid of detonation, that's what you want to do. If you do speed runs, you want to go higher cc, which is lower compression. If you're looking for something that's more of a torque monster, and you're going from red light to red light, then you put like a 5 or 6 or 7 cc on it, and you'd like that. Now remember, the smaller the cc on the head, the more temperature you're going to have. It's going to run hotter. That's just kind of the scenario. You also will want to run a little higher octane fuel, maybe go from 87 to 93, and that'll help it cool down just a little bit as well. The biggest thing with these motors is detonation. They have a lot of detonation in them, and you can correct that with with this kind of with the CCs in the head, or you can adjustable timing, and all those little factors, man, come into play with two-cycle engines. Anyways, we're gonna try this out. Like I said, if it does or doesn't make horsepower, this head only helps it. Any kind of CNC head will only help these engines. So let's check it out and see what it does. Alright, does it break 2 horsepower? Still the same horsepower. We got a little more RPMs out of it, but it's still the same horsepower, which is what we're looking for. We're looking for peak horsepower. So it doesn't make or create or lose horsepower with this head, but it will create horsepower, I guess, over time. Keeping the engine cooler. And cooler is better for these things, for sure. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. We appreciate you as always, fellas. Check us out. Join us on Facebook. See ya.